So the moon has come up. We're sitting around. We're sitting and eating. Like like when you set camp up? Did you all really talk? Or you just sort of set it up along? Just set your own stuff up. Who built the fire?
I didn't talk to anyone.
I would say that we had the people who are the best in the woods come down, make the stuff, and then they could go back and rest. Lady Page, I need to ask you a question about this card and this particular creature.
How can I help you, Ziggy?
When do you find that the hags are most active? Is it daytime or nighttime?
So you can do Arcana. They're a magical being.
14.
So you think through. There are multiple types of hags. The problem is you don't know what type of hag this is. You hope this is not a night hag.
So I tell you that.
Okay.
Well, you can,
so it'd be best if we do not track it tonight? Oh. Well then. That blows my plan, Popsicle.
We need to rest tonight and begin tracking tomorrow.
Small problem with the tracking. I sent the rangers back to find something else.
Wonderful.
Well, you're not really tracking.
She said the word tracking. I'm sorry.
I know. Well, the card's leading you.
Yeah.
So you can tell her, you can remind him of the fact that
Do not forget, we have nothing to do with tracking this creature. The card will lead us to wherever we need to go.
So would I know that they're going after the hag?
Yeah, you're probably wondering why there's someone heading the direction of the hag too.
Okay.
So you might wonder if they're part of her covenant.
Okay.
Or maybe
if we're dumber than dirt.
Or maybe there are other hunters. That maybe they're travelers.
Okay.
So listening to their conversations, you can decide what to do, if you can trust them or not. So, and you can roll insight on anything that you hear them speak about. Does Ashton has anything to say, or she's this sort of
He.
It. Sorry, it. Does it have anything to say? Them?
No, it's not a it, it's a he.
Them? Them?
No, he just walks over and, let's see here. Who was saying, was it Ziggy that was asking for fire?
Yes.
Produce flame.
Oh, of course, that makes sense. She has it coming out of her hair. No wonder. Why didn't you just, put your head in the wood? It would have done the same thing.
So, it looks like fire. It doesn't radiate heat.
Very well. Everybody rest up. Who's on watch? I guess I'm on watch first. You people.
But the thing is, would you really? You're not the woodsman, are you? It's like, would you even consider watch?
I know that they always say that before I go into my tent. Every time we park the ship, somebody says, "Who's on watch?" I was just doing what they said. So who's on watch? What's watch anyway?
So apparently you raised your hand. So does Paige just lay down as soon as he?
Yeah.
Oh, that means I don't get to sleep. Okay.
So, wait. So Paige just laid down when he asked who's on watch. What does Ashford do?
Are you going to sleep too?
Angle the camera down just a little bit, if you don't mind, so I can see the board. Is that the edge of the board right where we're at?
Yeah, we're on the very edge.
Okay. Are those rocks that are around us?
No, those are sleeping bags. That's your campsite.
Okay. I mean, I can't make it out from here. It's kind of...
Yeah, it's just...
I guess he'll just go ahead and lay down.
Vezin, how do I go about the watch? Oh, I know. I know that I'm going to be sleeping soon. I go about 30 feet in the air. I cast with some spells. That makes it last approximately 8 hours, and I know after 8 hours I will slowly float to the ground. And I'm up here, just looking around.
Watching.
All right, do a Constitution save at disadvantage.
Okay. That's a fail.
So you fall asleep after about 30 minutes.
I'm still flying. I don't have to cast concentration on this.
Yep. So because this isn't your thing. So especially the harder you try, the harder you try to do something that you're not used to, it's just out. So I am the best watcher ever. So all right. So what would do you just want to?
You just saw a gnome fall asleep midair and didn't fall down.
So everyone's asleep.
Everyone's asleep.
I mean, I feel like I would want to come up and
Okay.
maybe search you guys and see if you have anything.
Sure. Roll.
Oh, after mine.
Am I doing stealth?
Black little heart.
16.
So you get pretty close. So at this point, what's your passive perception?
19.
Okay, yeah. So you look through, and what you see is a gnome floating in air, snoring very loudly. You see what's definitely an elf wizard carrying a book, like a spell book and some other stuff. You see a creature you've never seen before, a humanoid that looks sort of human, but they have very unusual skin tones, like a reddish orange, with sometimes almost like yellow, depending too if you go through. Got coal hair, very long, and
Like a tiefling?
no, their features are
Okay.
are humanist. Like they have parachute pants.
Parachute pants.
Yeah.
Hammer time.
Yeah.
MC Hammer Pants.
So what you also see though is that laying beside of her.
Would I know what that is?
No.
Can I make some sort of check?
So it's like it's some type of glistening card, like it looks very similar to like a deck of cards or dragon chess cards that you've probably played with at this point, but when you look at it, you notice that it's not flat. It looks like it's like a portal that you see a set of scales.
Okay.
Like moving, which is unusual.
Could I do like an Arcana check to see if it's magical?
Yes. So like you have a little bit of magic being ranger.
Mm-hmm.
17.
There's a lot of magic emanating from that.
Okay.
So what would you say to yourself?
I mean, I'm probably curious, but I don't want to touch it either.
Well,
at the same time.
it's like, but in your mind, what would you be like? What would you say when you saw something like that?
I would be intrigued.
So,
100%.
and that
Appears.
before you.
Okay.
It's like it's a set of cards floating in front of you.
Okay. Would I know what it is?
No, but you hear a voice asking, like it's a pleasant, sweet voice, asking would you like to play. Say it goes.
As a wizard.
No, she's asleep.
Well, I was just gonna ask if.
No, like you're not gonna feel any of this.
Okay. Here's my thing. I feel like just him as a human, he would want to, but as a Gloomstalker, he's like, I shouldn't. Like, it might be a trap or something. So can I make a Constitution save to see which one I'm going to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we'll say if I succeed the Constitution save, I won't take one. If I fail, I'm going to take one. I got a 10.
So, you being magical, like feeling magic, like again, these are very, very pretty. They glisten. They're magical. It's just you've never seen anything like this. They almost feel like they're otherworldly, astral. And again, you hear this wonderful voice in your head saying, ask to draw a card.
So did I fail or save?
You failed.
Okay.
So you failed.
I rolled a 17 perception while I'm sleeping for
He
when the
didn't-
cards
he's-
popped up.
he's
Not
not-
him. Magic
it's
perception. I'm trying to figure out if I know the
It's-
card showed up.
It's like the card only wishes to present who it
So I'm
wants.
like
Okay,
slowly
so I don't know
reaching
if
out to the card.
Okay.
All right.
Do I have to take the one off the top, or can I just
No,
take any
you
of
can
them?
shuffle whatever you want.
Shuffle, do what you want.
I'm gonna take this one right here.
The cards disappear in front of you.
Congratulations. You just joined the party without having any free will.
Fates.
So don't laugh. You don't know what it does.
Well, that is the
Don't
maiden,
say
mother,
that.
and crone.
Don't say anything there.
Don't say
Because
anything.
you probably do know. You're smart like that.
So,
I'm not.
all right.
What is it? Fates?
Fates.
Yeah.
And
It's a
has-
Wiccan
It has 3
thing.
women on it.
It has 3 women on it, which
The maiden, the mother, and the crone.
totally fits into what we're doing. It's almost like it's fate.
Like it was fated to pull
like
the card.
it was fated, and you've got the fates. Reality's fabric unravels and spins anew, allowing you to avoid or erase one event as if it never happened. You can use this card's magic as soon as you draw the card or at any time before you die.
Oh my god. That's amazing.
That's the good part.
Oh, I'm guessing there's a drawback to it.
Oh yeah. It's probably about
Like
to
it
show
kills
up
me
right
if
in
I
front of
use
this
it or
board.
something.
No, it's probably about to show up on the board here.
So my question.
And you said I could
Erase
one event.
or avoid one event as if it never happened.
But it has to be something that you know of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if you say
So, like, they
that for the
couldn't-
card,
They couldn't be like, hey, our friend died, can you use it?
no.
The thing is, you don't know it. Like it has to do with you. Like you've not, you do not have to tell them that you've drawn this card. But is there anything in your backstory that you would like to be undone?
See, this is horrible. I should have
To-
used the
to-
other ranger I made.
to avoid or erase one event as if it never happened.
Oh, man.
So you can say you try to avoid something.
Alright, can I just rename this character and use my other one? Because I already
Yes.
have a backstory for
Yes.
it. Okay.
It's like I'm fine.
Okay.
So
So,
you wish you was never born.
no.
I
I just wasn't prepared for all
wish I
this.
was from my former
He was
life.
like,
I wasn't prepared for all this. So I'm just going to use my other character, which he was a ranger anyway. It was just a different... He was like a hunter, but it's fine. So, my name now is Vincent St. Clair.
all right, Vince.
Okay. I'm about to go on a rant here because I have planned this one out. So,
At least you got a backstory.
Vincent St. Clair. Growing up, he was part of a noble family. They were small, but, you know, they were the protectors of the land or whatever.
Okay.
And it kind of goes with it, but it was hunter. Anyway,
It's okay.
we're rangers, so whatever.
It's okay. Tell the backstory.
So
Because
when I was a kid, my father took me out, like his father before him. You know, it's a passed down tradition that all the St. Clairs learned how to hunt and stuff. And we always had a small hunting shack that only me and my father knew about, and we would go there and hunt all the time, and that's how I learned how to be a ranger and survive in the wild. But there was another noble family in the land called the Dagons, and there was always been some bad blood there.
You're trying to make them bygone?
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Sorry.
we were kind of warring with each other for a long time.
Half-elder McCoys.
Yeah. So we end up having this war or whatever, and the Dagons kill my entire family. And I'm like in a wardrobe watching, and I see all this happen or whatever.
Okay.
So I flee the castle, and I go to the only place I know to go as a young 12-year-old boy. I go to the hunting shack that me and my father would hunt at.
Okay.
And I stayed there for years in isolation. And until one day I was out hunting, and I noticed a wounded deer, and a father and his son happened upon the deer, and it brought back the memories of me and my father. I was very cautious at first because obviously the Dagons have killed my entire family, and I'm trying to avoid them. But I talked to the father and the son, and they explained that they're from a nearby village, and they're starving. None of their crops will grow. They're just trying to hunt to feed everyone. So I go to the village, and I kind of help them to learn how to hunt a little bit better and stuff, and
So they're
survive
like
off
more
the
like
land.
a farming village, not really
Yeah,
good.
I kind of help them survive off the land a little bit.
Alright,
Yeah.
okay, so what do you wish to change?
They got hexed.
What do you wish to change?
I mean, I'm thinking about my family not dying.
So, is that the first? It's like, so the card spins you up, and you're surrounded by 3 women, and they're like, what is your heart desire? It's like what can we loom, like thread and change with our loom?
Like I said, obviously,
No, put that hand down.
I'm thinking about my family, and I'm like, but I also like to think too that like he wouldn't be the man he is today if all this didn't happen. And I know, as a Gloomstalker, I would like to think I know a little bit about like this stuff. So I want to make another save, and if I succeed, I'm not going to bring my family back to life. If I fail, I'm going to bring my family back to life.
True neutral?
Yeah.
Okay. 50 high, 50 low?
Alright, so it's a per emotional thing. So to say, like, it's like you don't need like a 14 or higher not to bring your family back.
Okay.
Because like that, like your whole foundation was
Wisdom.
Yeah, I was going to say, can I use wisdom? Because it's like a...
It would be a learned thing if
Yeah.
that's what he's saving with.
No, I think it's intelligence. Because you
No,
you
you're
know
just
that
trying
everything-
to.
You're just trying to screw me now.
I would say true neutral, I'd roll percentiles. Here's a D100.
Yeah, there you
50 and
go.
above.
I have one.
Oh, you have 100? No, like.
Oh no, like we
No,
have a
he
real
wants-
100.
He wants you to play with this, either in the box, because
Yeah,
if you put it out
because it
here,
rolls
it'll never
forever.
stop.
So 50 and under, your mental, your mind knows the truth, but your over 50, your heart.
Can we say over 45? Like, give me the 5 points, you know?
This is an emotional thing. Like seriously, like your dad died.
You're playing
was-
true neutral, buddy.
Yeah. So,
If you're
I'm
chaotic
neutral
neutral,
good, actually.
well,
well, bringing your whole family back.
it could be good. I guess. 20.
Sweet.
Okay. So you met. It's like you see your father's face. So you remember the last day that you were with him. So you were in the cupboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
How close? Like, were you in the cupboard with your father defending you?
No, like, they were all out there fighting the Dagons.
So do you remember them coming through and sweeping and clearing the house?
Mm-hmm.
So you remember the Dagons pressing and torturing and killing all of your family.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember them killing all your servants?
I remember them killing everyone, Drew.
So do you remember?
As a 12-year-old boy.
So do you remember them setting fire?
Somebody
to your
take
home?
the salt away from that man.
So I'm just saying. So no, what I'm going is.
I know.
Your thoughts lead from saving your family. Your thoughts lead from saving your family to
maybe
the
destroying the Dagons. The Dagons never existed. They could never have hurt your family.
Okay.
Come.
But that's where your thought goes. You know, you have this immense power. You know, who has it?
Who was the patron of the Dagon family?
So did the Dagons hurt anyone else, or was it just your whole bloodline that they wiped out?
So it was kind of like one of those things, like they killed my family and they took over power in the region, and that's why these people are starving, because
they're the lords of the area.
Yeah, they're like slum lords pretty much.
Okay, so is this in the city?
No, I kind of like to think like I said, it's like a very
like provinces.
Yeah, it was like a very small town. Like we had the castle, and then maybe
so
3 or 4 villages.
They're like the dukes.
Yeah, like
they're like the dukes.
Yeah, it was very. My father was a very whatever the lowest is in the whole. Like we still had to pay to the king and stuff.
I'd still say they're a duke if they've got enough power. So your thoughts go from there, since you're not willing to bring your family back. So the honest thing that your heart would start swaying towards revenge.
Okay.
So you went from compassion to now anger.
Mm-hmm.
Like would be the logical. Like I said, when you're neutral, if your heart doesn't go one way, it's like you thought. It goes the other.
Okay.
Mm.
So and you're thinking about all the good it would do to the other people if these Dagons were bygones. So what would you like to do on that? The ladies are still there. They're seeing your thoughts and in your minds. You can almost see them as they're pulling the face. You're seeing your life ebb and flow. Have you ever ran into these Dagons since this fateful day?
No, I have not. So can it be one of those things where like I don't use the wish or whatever, but I have the revelation that I want to go and just like kill all of them now? Or do I have to use it?
You do not have to use it right now.
Okay.
It could be your ace in the hole.
I think I'll like hold on to it, but I'm definitely realizing now, like, probably one of my main priorities moving forward is just going to go to be and kill all of them.
So in your mind, the fates are like, so they speak as they're doing the looms. So like, if you wish to control the fates, so you must find three that stand in for us.
Okay.
So and you must find a thread of the loom. So with this, you may tame this card, and it falls on the ground before you. Now let's do a perception check, because something made sound for the first time.
What?
So Paige, you can do an Arcana check too.
14. Perception's plus 3, 17.
Floating up 30 feet up in the air while he's in the woods.
How long was his internal conversation? The spell only lasts 8 hours.
So it was instant. Like to you all, it was like just a
okay.
moment.
That's fine. I'd take a negative 10 on that because I'm asleep, so it's 7.
But Paige is pretty close, and she can feel the rush of the card.
She's a lot closer in tune with the magic.
Yeah. So and it's like really, there's a burst. The fact is that the fates in the card have now become active. It's like literally that whole interaction was like a second in his head from the time he drew it.
We never know.
So, you all don't know.
Time
Paige,
is a construct.
It is Paige. That is enough to wake you up.
Do I notice her waking up?
like you may be fixated on the card. I will let you do a perception -6.
Okay.
Because, like I said, like you're watching the card fall. Like basically, when the card started falling, it burst, and it was enough to make Paige shoot up.
Dirty 20.
With the -6.
Then it would be 14. Yeah.
Okay. So do you pay attention to the card falling, or are you looking in there? It's like which logically would be it?
I mean, I like to think that I kind of snap out of it after that, and I look over at her.
Well, if there's motion there.
Yeah, and I'm gonna I'm gonna draw my bow.
That may not be the best thing to do.
Being a ranger, I can give you that you can concentrate on multiple things. That makes sense. Now, if you were not a ranger, what?
Okay.
27.
All right, so
Firebolt.
Nice.
You have a bow facing me.
I mean, yeah.
and she knows exactly where the card.
So just 7. But I just hit you with 7 damage, and
7 damage.
I'm gonna say, because Ashren's right beside me, so I'm gonna say her name. Can I see Ziggy from where I am?
No, I don't think you'd pay attention, thinking that he'd be up in the air.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, who are you and why are you here?
Why he's on fire?
Oh yeah, while I'm burning.
Well, if you
18.
did not have your bow facing me, I
So,
wouldn't have thrown it at you
That would
yet.
be a 21, sleeping -10, 11. I wake up!
So, Ashren, you're awake. What are you gonna do? He's
Oh, I'm awake, and I come awake and like flame blade out. What's going on?
okay. So
Okay. So do we need to roll initiative?
I just
It
asked.
depends on what you do.
It depends on your answer to my question.
If you let loose your bow,
Now I'm not gonna shoot yet.
So
I'm
I just asked.
gonna
you,
ask you guys why you're tracking this hag.
How do you know we're tracking a hag?
Because I've been tracking the hag, and I know you guys are.
Can I roll? What can I roll to see if
Insight, right?
insight.
insight?
Yep.
24.
I'm not lying.
You're only allowed 20 feet.
60, I'm flying.
It's 20 feet every turn. Did you not read it? That's why.
No, that's the other spell.
Oh, the other spell. You're not using. Yeah.
This is my 5th level spell.
Yeah, he's allowed to do that.
24. So he said he's not lying. So I believe him.
So you believe it, but you still don't like the fact that he has a bow.
Right.
Do you?
Okay, but I believe what he says.
Well, and like you were saying, for all I know, you guys are working with the hag.
Yeah.
You there! Excuse me, Mr. Man with bow. I'm about to turn you into a fried frog if you do not put your bow down. I give you 3 seconds.
I'm not
3,
writing it down yet.
So
2.
Ziggy, stop.
Ah! He would look good as a fried frog.
So now you also notice at this point now that the come down
Sounds tasty.
his bow is not a regular bow. He pulls it back and it is made of pure energy. It's like literally he's using magic for his arrow. It's like it looks
What
like
does that mean to me?
Oh, great! He robbed Catty too. Sheesh.
It's a bolt of.
Can I say this is my father's bow?
Yeah, you can say that.
For story purposes?
Yes, you can say
okay,
it
cool.
for story purposes. Or it's a family heirloom.
Okay, even better.
Why are you tracking this hag?
Because I've been hired to take out the hag.
Oh,
Who hired you?
That's not important.
Actually, it is.
It's important when you have a bow aimed in my direction.
The importance is we cannot let you kill the hag.
You need to. Do you
Why
want
not?
that on you, or you want me to turn it off? I didn't know if you were using that.
Are you with the hag?
No, we are not with the hag, but we have to protect the hag for 4 more days.
Can I roll insight?
At which point in time, I don't care.
Can I roll insight on that? See if they're lying?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna use my pink one.
It's a very unusual thing to say.
Oh, I got a 1.
You believe me?
So I have an 18 ready.
So you're completely. That statement. That's.
It's so outlandish
It's so
that it's
so
Believable.
It's so outlandish. Like you're the energy bolt.
Okay, so I
It's
kind of
like-
I
it's-
just
it
let
like-
I let
it
the bow
like-
back down.
It's like the fake string. It's sort of like it breaks your concentration on your bow. It just
Okay.
you just sort of like, it's like the dumbest, craziest thing I've ever heard, and it's just like, and it just broke the fact that you had it drawn.
Okay.
So it's no longer aiming my way to shoot.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
it doesn't
I
have,
put
it
it
looks like a
down.
little streak of lightning in a way,
Okay.
and it's gone.
So I sizzle back my fire bolt. I'm not going to shoot another one at him because
Yeah,
I had it ready. It was a 19
No more
to hit
blood.
him.
So he's like sitting there at the end of her hand.
Yes, so I do not.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
like-
gonna be like, man, I've heard some outlandish stuff in my travels, but I think this takes the cake.
I'm going to float slowly down to him like Magneto, letting sparks off as I go.
So I'm like, why can you not kill the hag for 4 more days?
This is not our story to tell. Ashrin, would you like to tell him?
Let's just say I hope you never play with a deck of many things, my friend.
Amen to that.
Do I sense anything
We
in
cool.
his demeanor once
Where's
that
the-
was said?
Where's the card at?
card's
Still on the ground?
It's on the ground right in front of you.
Right, okay,
Can
yes.
I
and I
deceptively
see
pick it up?
You can step on it for them not to see.
Okay, yeah,
But-
I'll put my foot over it.
When he said that in his body language, because
She wants
I'm
to roll
staring
insight.
intently.
Yeah,
Can I do like a deception against her?
You can if like, but she's trying to.
Read your body language.
Well, the deception is on your.
You got a 1, didn't you?
No,
Oh,
a 4.
okay.
So it's a
4.
9.
So why don't you deceptively stand over it and to be like, this is just sort of your.
Like I just kind of like step forward and put my foot on it and no one
Yeah,
notices.
with your deception.
Nat 20.
Even better. So you just sort of step over because you know the card's there.
So I don't notice anything he's doing.
No.
Okay, Ashrin,
What?
if you would like to tell him. Sorry, I was trying to figure out if he realized what the cards were.
So he's like, cards?
A deck of many things.
It's like, what? It's like the only cards he
For me
knows.
to tell him about the card means he needs to draw a card. I don't trust him.
Can I draw 2?
You can.
You got lucky with what you drew.
Okay.
But you can draw 2, but
Well,
you heard her though. She's not going to tell you unless you draw.
Wait, hold on. We don't want to lose too many of these things at once. Don't you remember? If you lose more than one at a time, it causes double the destruction. And then whoever draws the card could possibly die. Especially if they're on their own.
Well, we don't know him.
I don't care about him. I'm talking about her. That's why we're here with
And
her.
the other him. Ashrin.
Him. Oh, sorry.
That's it.
I don't know. Your hair makes it funny.
He has a very pretty face. And again, boobs.
Very angelic. Fire demon.
It's like, she's hot.
Ha ha.
He's hot.
He's hot.
He's hot. It's the hair.
Okay, so I hear,
But anyway.
I hear her say this, and I'm just going to reach down and pull the card out from my foot. And I'm gonna like, is this what you're talking about?
So he shows
Where
you.
did you get that from?
I mean, I was searching you guys, and I found one of the cards.
You
that
were
had.
what?
Okay, so now my
Moving
firebolt's
around
out
in a place
again.
that is none of your business.
Well, I didn't know if you guys were with the
Find a way to
hag
get
or
out, by the
not.
way.
I have a job to do. I was hired to do it, and that's kind of what I do. Is
Messing with the deck of cards is not your business. Where did you draw that?
from the deck.
You have your own? Why would you have one?
No, I don't. It was y'all's deck.
Why would you play with my deck? I did not allow you to play with my deck.
So it's your deck then.
It is all of our decks. We are here to free Bounty. You were playing with Bounty's deck.
Somewhere far off in the distance, something's going down.
You, because you just said you were searching us, so Firebolt is ready again.
Well, and-
you
and-
need to explain.
I'm gonna.
Yourself.
Yeah, I explained myself by like I was searching you guys because I thought you were with the hag. I thought you were part of her covenant.
Oh, great. So now you lose something else in the world? What did you lose?
You're welcome to show the card or not. That's
Okay.
the card.
Yeah, I'll show you guys.
Great.
Just looks like 3 happy ladies, right?
When I pulled this card, it it brought me back to the most traumatic event of my life. So.
You had problems with 3 women growing up?
No.
So, when he presents the card, it was like all the rest of the cards. They sort of come up and they see the three women with this threaded fate.
Do I sense a direction from it? Or he's got it in his hand now.
It's in his
Oh, good luck with that. Where is it drawing you? Because I think you have the new job that you just signed up for. Because if you harm the hag, we'll have to fry you. You might want to be concerned with the 3 ladies on your card.
So I'm going to say that I believe you guys about the 4-day thing, and I'll give it the 4 days, and then after that, I have to take the hag out.
In 4 days, if the hag goes back the way she was, good luck. We might be around to help or not, but do you want to join us for your card, or shall we just wait for it to be shuffled back into the deck after you die?
I'll join you guys for now.
Oh, sounds like a good idea. Your first job is to swab the women's bathroom.
Hey, so you notice when you put this card out, you see the ladies with the loom, and there's a golden thread going out. Then you notice something new. There's a piece of the thread is going
Into you.
Awesome.
So
You may join us, but I will let it be known that I do not trust you.
That's fine. I don't trust you guys either.
Okay, guess what? You don't get to sleep on the ship now. Now you have to sleep in the anchor.
In the anchor.
Oh.
Don't worry, you have a great view.
the thing is, you're all not going back to the ship.
Anchors away, my boys.
All right, we got another singer.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Very well.
So, you know this train better than they do. Roll a d6, please, and let's see how long it's going to take to get to the. It will be halved, so it'll be a d3.
6.
So 3.
So, like, you know how long it takes to get up there. So it's going to take. It's literally going to take 3 days to get up to this mountainside. So, roll another d6.
5.
So that is
3.
no. This is determining what it is in. It's like rumor is she resides in a dungeon that's on the peak of the mountain. So
Okay.
So you will be going into a dungeon on the last day.
We rest every night.
Yeah, like you're all like.
Anything bother us?
Not thanks to him, since he's there, he knows the way.
Okay.
You all will not run into anything, because really you're not going to run into anything, because you definitely don't want to run into anything on the way. So
I go
Every
whisper to
day.
Lady Page. Have your hex ready.
Oh, definitely. Every day, every night, 10 times a day.
With fire in her head.
Yeah.
And she's got fire in her hair.
10 times a day, however
I'd
many
rather
it takes,
zap you.
I continue to ask him who hired you.
okay,
Who
so
hired you?
so again, so that it's like we're 4 days in when we get to the
Okay, so it's been 4 days.
well for them.
Oh,
It was
okay.
it's 3 since you've joined the party.
Okay.
So we've gotten to this dungeon.
So I'm healed now from
Yes,
the
you're good.
fireball. Okay.
Yeah, you'll be all right.
Do you ever tell me who? Because I ask repeatedly.
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, so every night, so you're going to ask.
Every night.
Yeah, like yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
every
night,
So first
day,
night
nat
one.
20.
Okay, I guess I'll tell her then.
Okay. Well, you can try to nat against it.
Okay.
When you ask him next time, you should bring forth your followers so she can learn.
I got a
Should.
1. Oh
Okay,
my god.
So you're going to tell me.
It's just,
I just get like so aggravated. I'm like, stop asking me.
she asks and she's giving you mean looks.
I
and
am
you're-
persistent, if nothing else.
I guess I'll tell her, you know. I'm
Okay, so
I'm going
who
to tell you my
hired
whole life story, I guess.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no, it's the short one.
for the fan. So do like
Do it one more.
so who is it?
So who hired me again?
This is a local
town.
village, like the town.
Okay, I didn't know if
The
you had
town
like
that you were
more.
from, so
put
like
into it or what?
SCRE hired you?
Hey,
Sales.
the river, I
Sales,
did say there's
SCRE.
multiple.
Bless you.
I did say there's multiple towns and stuff. So it could be assortment of towns. It could be
Okay.
whatever you think.
So this hag is destroying.
Yeah, she's been like
That's
abducting
sweet.
children and stuff. You know.
And what?
I thought this had a screen.
You have the little flip the little thing right there
Okay.
on the bottom. It'll fall on its own.
Oh, okay. Oh, there's a screen on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there have been curses. So you want to go like they've been taking children too. So they've been cursing.
Abducting children.
Abducting children.
Who are they? The Clintons?
No.
That's
And you
what I
said
said.
curses?
They curse. So we will go ahead and say there have been many children lately that have turned into hags because that's what they do. They take children, and when they hit their 13th birthday, they turn into hags because they were never the children to begin with.
Okay, so because of this,
These are not. None of these hags are. Well, like you could probably say that they probably lost about 20 children in the past year.
so because of this, and I know how it feels for people you're close to just disappear.
Yes, Paige does know that.
I will say that since we have been here with you for 3 days now, you have done nothing so far to be firebolted again.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of camaraderie now.
A little bit. So,
She still says so far.
Like we're associates right
Yeah.
now.
Keep
you
bringing
know?
in the squirrels. I'm fine.
so
Oh, that's
I
a great
do.
tasting squirrel.
I do agree that after we do Ashran's, what she has to do, I do agree that if I can help you take out the hag, I will do so for these children's families.
The greater good.
Every night after she asks you about that, I try to hand you a book.
Can I like?
It just-
You can choose whether or not to
Yeah, I'm
take
not
it
gonna
from
take
me.
it.
Okay.
I was gonna do like a check or something.
I'll set it
You
down
can check it, yeah.
at your bedroll.
It's-
On the front of it, you see a very nice illuminated tree with that has lightning bolts
and there's like raven wings behind it.
and raven wings behind the tree. The pages are finely gilded. If you open it up, you can say the craftsman is remarkable.
Remarkable.
Yes. Almost
What-
as
what-
if it was magical.
I'm gonna
with
ask
scribes.
you, what is the book?
This is the Book of Berry.
What does it do?
This is the reason we do the cards. If you want to know why you're doing what you're doing, if you wish to continue, this is why. You want to read it and understand it.
Is it gonna cause me any ill will, any harm?
You can do,
No.
You can do a religion check.
Religion? I'm terrible with that.
Just like it's not doesn't mean necessarily.
11.
So do you read any of the passages?
Can I like insight to see if he's lying about it hurting me?
Yeah, you do insight.
Mm, 9.
He seems very persistent, but he's like, you see him looking at this book all the time too. You sense like there's nothing magical happens when he reads the books, but he's reading it and looking at it all the time, and
I guess I'll open it.
so you go through and it, there are like stories. It seems almost like a journal, but about some scaredy cat halfling. Remember early on.
Early on.
So the early chapters just talk about sort of a sad lifetime. There's a bunch of things in there, but again, it keeps coming back to perseverance. You're like, how would someone keep doing this? Why would someone keep doing this? it's like this person's small, they're insignificant because there's not a lot of halflings left in the world. You know of them, but really, like, then like, well, it's like, why stand up to this? Why do this? You know, like you're just going through. It's like that's crazy. Something that would be there. That's crazy. That's insane. You're like, well, how much more can this person take? I'm like, oh, look at all these friends, because none of these people are in the book. So you just keep going. It's just like, it almost seems like a bunch of children's stories from like a kid's point of view, but it's just constantly overcoming hardship. It speaks to you in a way because you're like, you know, you overcame a lot of hardship. It's like you stood up and persevered. It talks about not letting anyone die. It's not letting the new family or even associates pass away or nothing bad. You know, it's like not letting anything bad happen to those that care about. You know, it's just sacrificing yourself. There's all this stuff. And that's just in the beginning. So there seems to be someone that's really annoying called Omni in the book that she sometimes talks about. You know, there's this heroic knight, you know, Sir Lightbringer that does all these things, and but there's a lot. So, but all these characters just seem sort of fictional, but they do all the right. They even though they bicker and don't get along, they still always do the right thing, even if it's the hardest thing.
Okay.
Once I see that he's consumed the book, I'll show him volume 2.
Well, it's a big book. It's like it's just a few nights. It's not like
Yeah.
he has a lot of time. So like he really only gets through the first few months of Belony's Tale.
Okay.
So
When he's done, I'll share with him volume 2, which will have all of us in it.
Okay.
But you just get forward. You get to a part where how she hates someone named Dane, and really dislikes this person. But that's about as far as you get. It's like she starts mentioning Dane. So, but at this point, you all have gotten to the edge of the dungeon.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
I just wanted to give him some backdrop as we go.
So
A little bit of lore, you know.
It takes a little bit to get there.